Hello everyone, welcome to lesson 3. In this lesson I'm going to show you how to create a scatter plot on the web browser. So I'm sure you guys are familiar with ourgraph.com website. So go to ggplot and choose the server that's closest to your location. I'm going to choose London. Click there. Click whichever is suitable for you. Right, wait for a while. Until it loads. Depending on internet speed, it could take a while. So it says the message will disappear when the platform is ready to upload the data and do other stuff. So we will have to wait for a while. Yep, so the message disappeared and you have other instructions here. Make sure that you select language English. ggplot is done. Click on. Now go to browse and upload your data. My data is traffic data, so I'm going to upload that. Make sure the uploaded file comes over here. Click on that. Make sure that uploaded comes over here as well, so it's there. Now click this always show data table so that you know what's in your data, which one is categorical variable, which one is numeric variable and things. Now scroll down. Now Scatterplot, I'm sure suppose all of us know about Scatterplot. It determines the relationship between two numeric variables or correlation between two numeric variables. So I'm going to choose a numeric variable on x-axis. So mine would be OSDI score, that's numeric variable. And for x-axis I'm going to choose duration of work. Alright, so I've chosen, I want to see the relationship between OSDI score and duration of work. So that's it. Now go to geometry options. In the geometry options for Scatterplot, choose point. Alright, so as soon as you hit point, click point, then you will see there is a scatterplot diagram over there. Now it doesn't look that great, it's the basic plot, so we want to modify this plot. So we want to change the theme, we want to change the size of the dots, we want to change the color of the dots, we want to change the label of the plot and things like that. We want to put the title of the plot and things like that, right? So which is simple and very easy, can be done in a couple of steps. Okay, well, so first let's increase the size of the dots, shall we? Okay, so we don't have to do any hassle. It's just here, increase the size of the dots. So I'm gonna make it 5. All right. Now if you want to change the color of these dots, then change the color to probably pink or violet, whatever you want. Okay, so probably I'm gonna change it to pink. Okay, dark red. Change it to dark red. Okay, yep, so it looks a little bit better. Now you don't have to change these things. You can change the shape of the dots. So now there are filled circles. You can change to diamonds, or there are like 24 options. You can change whatever you want. All right, so now it's diamonds, right? It looks better. Now what we want to do is we want to put a regression line in between to look at the trend of the relationship. Okay, so to do that you go to smooth function. So that's the smooth function. Click here. At the moment it's a different calculation, so you want to see a linear trend. If you want to see a linear trend, go to method and do the general linear model. Okay, now it will come as a linear straight line. So this is the confidence interval, so we don't want that confidence interval around that, so just click over here if you don't want that. Now we can change the type of lines, colors, and play around with it, because there are heaps of options over here. So we play around with the color of the line, type of the line, dashed line, solid line, dotted line and things, color of the line, blue, and there are like heaps of color options, and we don't need to do anything of that. Now we've got this plot. Now what we want to do is change the size of the dots according to the the duration of work. So if a person has more duration of work, longer duration of work, his diamonds are big. So we can do that. First, we have to make this size to the original size, that was 2. So, and then what we're gonna do is we are gonna change the size according to the duration of work. All right, so click duration of work. Now you're gonna see that the dots, the diamonds, are actually bigger for longer duration of work. Did you see that? So this is the duration of work, 30. So the person who had 28 years of work has the biggest diamonds, biggest points. The diamonds are biggest for that point, right? The person who has just 1 year are the smallest. So we don't want that. We can write on the legend somewhere around here, or the title of the graph, that the increasing diamond size determines the duration of work, increasing duration of work, or the longer duration of work. So we can hide that duration of work thing. So go to the legend position and just hide it, none. There are heaps of options. You have to play around with it for a while. And once you get comfortable, it's just a couple of clicks that will provide you a wonderful graph, right? So you can see the graph here, right? Looks better. Now some of the graphs, some of the points are overlapped, right? So you don't want to look them meshed up or like overlapped between one another. So we can change the transparency or the opacity of the dots, so that we see the individual points. So if you do 0.4, you can actually see you can now see the individual plots. They're not joined together, so that makes it a little bit more aesthetically pleasant as well. I'm going to change it to 0.5 probably, a little bit better. Right. So now let's change the theme of the. Now let's change the theme to black and white. Okay, or maybe classic. Classic is a little bit better. Yeah, it's classic. And now let's change the label. Let's change the label of because this is all a single. It needs to be duration of work in years, right? So I'm gonna change the label from y-axis label. Here it is. Change duration of work in years. All right. So if you want to change x-axis label, type USDI SCORE score. If you want to change the title of the plot, write correlation between USDI score and duration of work. Okay, can do that. Now let's have a look at the plot. So we've got a beautiful plot with x-axis, y-axis as we want it, and the title. So the title is still coming on. Okay, so now we want to change the. I'm feeling that the dark gray is not the greatest color combination, so I'm going to change that to pink or something, which has more contrast than deep pink or something. Okay, deep pink. That's more contrast than this one, I guess. Yeah, this is a little bit more contrast than the earlier one, right? So, or maybe the circles as well. I think circles are more aesthetically pleasant than the diamonds. Okay, so we got this plot, right? I'm going to change the size of the plot. Plot with 6. Okay. Is it 6 or 5? Plot height. That would be 4. Okay. Let's change that to 5 probably. Okay. Now looks great. Now we can download it as a PDF file or figure or whatever you want. Isn't it gorgeous? So it's already a fantastic graph, right? So you can straight away send it to a journal publication. So that's how you plot a scatter plot. If you have any questions, just write in the comments below, then I'll try to answer your questions as soon as possible. Alright, thank you guys, enjoy.